Can you imagine that this country girl surrounded by chickens is actually a superstar with millions of fans by night? She'd come back to the countryside to escape a scandal, expecting to have a miserable time, but instead she was thriving as her ordinary self. At first, Miley resisted being back here, but the moment she saw her grandmother, she forced herself to look happy. That night, though, she found herself consumed by memories of her late mother. Missing her was the main reason she'd been avoiding coming home. Her grandmother caught a glimpse of this from the doorway and told her that when her daughter was alive, all she ever wanted was for Miley to keep a genuine heart. The words left her feeling bittersweet. So the next morning, Miley showed up at breakfast wearing her old clothes and volunteered to collect eggs from the barn. When she got there, she quickly realized farm work was way harder than she'd imagined. The moment she opened the door, a flock of hens came charging at her, squawking frantically and chasing her out like she was an invader. Not one to give up. She tried again to sneak the eggs, but got too cocky and ended up falling flat on her face. This embarrassing moment was witnessed by Jack, who was working there for the summer, and he found himself more drawn than ever to this sweet-spirited girl. After cleaning up the mess, her grandmother took Miley to the market. They needed to sell all their produce to pay the steep property taxes. But before they could finish selling, Miley spotted a familiar figure in the crowd. Jimmy the paparazzi had tracked down her hometown using information from Annie. With no choice, Miley had to hide out at the farm, but farm life gave her plenty of creative inspiration, and her singing attracted Jack's attention. He mentioned that shallow lyrics wouldn't showcase her unique personality, so he came up with a way to help her tap into her passion. They raced across wide-open plains and then went creek-hopping through the woods. Through these intimate moments, two young hearts began to draw closer. In the days that followed, Miley lost herself in the time she spent with Jack. They even put up flyers together for the upcoming music festival, an event designed to raise tax money for the ranch. The mayor had brought in a singer named Taylor from the city, and her heartfelt performance had everyone entranced. But just then, a developer burst out claiming the money they'd raised was a drop in the bucket, unless Hannah Montana herself held a concert. Unable to hold back, Jack announced that Miley knew Hannah Montana and they were close friends, so if Miley asked, Hannah would definitely come help. Backed into a corner, Miley awkwardly nodded in agreement. The next day, she had her best friend Annie impersonate her in town, then pulled her into a room when no one was looking. As soon as they saw each other, they both apologized, and their decade-long friendship had them back on good terms in no time. To thank Hannah for coming, the mayor threw a dinner party in her honor at his house, but it conflicted with Miley's date with Jack. She had a dilemma, a dinner she couldn't skip on one hand, and a date with the guy she liked on the other. To avoid raising suspicion with the townspeople and not wanting to miss out on romance, the two of them ran themselves ragged. Miley first changed into a cocktail dress and rushed to the banquet hall as Hannah, quickly greeting the mayor and the others, then changed back into herself and dashed across the street to the cafe to meet Jack for their date. Just as the shy Jack had finally worked up the courage to confess his feelings, Miley's phone rang at the worst possible moment.